Hi guys. It's been quite a while, right? At least, I mean, you guys probably didn't know this, but at least for me, this break was intentional. And you may have also noticed that I did things a little bit differently. Instead of posting this I am back video and then not in fact actually being back, I took the time I needed, figured out what I wanted to do, and then just started recording. And I think I recorded 11 videos today. I did 3 or 4 the other day. So at least I know those ones will go out. I want to say I'll keep doing it forever, and I think I will. But I've been fairly certain that I was before. But I mean, this one does feel different. But with me, it is what it is. It's the nature of being human. But I really do think I'm back this time. So, I know 2020, I know we're 6 months into 2021 now, but I know, I mean, I've been dealing with, not dealing with, but talking to and taking my regular clients that I've had for a long time. I haven't really been reaching out or putting myself out there to attract new ones. If you know somebody, I'm still here, still working. I won't want to say I was fully off for the last year and few months, but like I said, I wasn't out there making myself known. But I'm always, for most of the people that are going to see this, I'm always here for you. Most of you are friends with me on my personal page, and I'm only a message away. But so I know 2020, and I know the beginning of this year has been crazy for a lot of people. It's been a really hard time for a lot of people. So how are you? How are you guys doing? There might be a fly. Did you see a fly? I didn't. Did I see a fly or did I just hear? Okay. I'm not going to edit this one, so that one's just gonna stay in there. The possibly imaginary fly that was in my left ear. But I'm really concerned. That really sounded like a fly. I'm sorry. I digress. I know it's been rough lately. How has it been for you guys? Are you okay? Is your life back to normal? Semi back to normal? What's going on with you? What did you do during quarantine? What would be beneficial for me to do on this channel now to help you? Do you need help? Do you want help? Do you know somebody who does? I have a lot of ideas. We're gonna try to make the channel me and the mouse in my pocket and the cat, I guess. Maybe I say we because it's like me and them. Maybe that's why I say it. Maybe it's the multiple personalities. I mean, maybe they're not multiple personalities in their guides. I've never been diagnosed with multiple personality. I don't know. I don't know how I can't stay on topic to save my life. So the genre, the kind of stuff that we're doing on the channel, it's gonna be spiritual. There's gonna be, as far as readings go, I don't know if I'm gonna do long YouTube videos for readings. On my TikTok, which I'll share to Instagram stories, Facebook stories, we're gonna do like daily energetic readings. There'll be cards used in that frequently. But I don't think this is going to be a card reading YouTube. I'm sure there will be cards used at some point. But all in all, I feel like for the most part it's going to be like an ASMR-ish, ASMR-esque type of spiritual vibe. The content and quality will grow and continue to get better in time. Let's see, what have I recorded so far for the YouTube? We've done some June energy, some new moon in Gemini. That fly, I hear it again. And I still don't see it. Some new moon in Gemini and solar eclipse energy. We've done a light clearing. We did something else. Chakra blast, maybe? I think that's all the YouTube videos that we've done. All the other ones have been TikToks. I have some elemental cleansings coming up. Oh, my mommy just messaged me. She's doing well. I know a lot of you guys still check in on her, and I really appreciate that. With all of her issues, she's a fucking trooper. I don't know how she does what she does every day with, for the most part, a positive attitude. But, I do greatly. I usually tell her when you guys check on her, unless I'm in the middle of something that slips my mind, but that is greatly appreciated. She doesn't, she often feels like she was never very close with her family, and she doesn't feel like she has a lot of people, so I don't know. I don't know if she fully knows outwardly, but I know it means a lot to her inwardly how much you guys really, anybody who ever checks on me checks on her too, so it's overly appreciated. Thank you. I'm sorry, I hate saying heard that fly again. I don't think there's a fly. I don't know what that is. Let's see. So I think that's what we're gonna, it's my necklace. Can I get it to do it again? Is it my necklace? Is there something in my hair? Oh, it's my wrist. It's when I move my wrist in these things. All right. Invisible wrist fly. Got it. That's what we're going to call that. As you can tell, I'm still pretty much the same buffoon that I've always been. But let's see. I think that's the direction we're going to go with the channel. It's going to ebb and flow. The content, the quality will get better. Just like when I started out with the lives, it takes a while to get your flow and learn how to enhance it, but it will. It'll get there. Got to start somewhere. One of the biggest pieces of advice that I try to give any client that will aid is just do it. Even if you're scared, do it scared. Just do it. So when I made the decision, when I finally took the time to, when I finally took my year, not because I got distracted or because I let other things distract me, or not because I was being bad decision Heather, which was a lot of the last couple of years. When I finally took the time for the right and did everything that I preached for myself, I don't remember where I was going with this. Oh, I knew it was time to come back, and I didn't want to waste too much time learning how to be a video expert. Not that that's a waste, but I can learn as I grow. I didn't want to have to be an expert to put it out. Just do it. Start where you are. And that's what I wanted to do. But that's pretty much what I've been doing over the last year. Is all the, I'm sorry, my lip always sticks to my tooth. All the advice that I give to you guys, which I know is factual, which I know is true, which I get rave reviews of. If you listen to what I say, it greatly aids and benefits you. I finally did it to myself. Like, I stopped being my own worst enemy. I stopped being like, I know I tell people that, but I'll do it when I'm ready. And I mean, I was right. I did it when I was ready. But I don't know. It was almost a year ago this month. It was the end of June. It was a year ago. And it was a crazy time. And there was just one night, everything switched. And everything that I had known to be true but wasn't really living kind of got reset. I think my reset button was hit, maybe kicked in here or there. So yeah, everything I had, not everything, a lot of truths that I had shattered. And looking back, all of those truths were the glass ceiling that kept me captive and weighed down. And when that shattered, I became happy and content and free, and I practiced what I preached, and I started doing and existing as I wanted to and knew what was right for me. Like, I stopped drinking, and I've never been the type to say, if you're spiritual, you have to stop drinking. You don't. as long as it's good for you, do it. I stopped drinking because I was drinking too much. And then that just added to me making decisions that I know I shouldn't make. Like, fully consciously aware of this is going to be a bad decision, but with the drinking, like, fuck it. I needed to stop saying, fuck it. Like, I already knew they were bad decisions. And then when I stopped drinking for that reason, I would still have a drink or two here or there. I would have a glass of wine. Then it got to the point where when I would try to have a drink, like just a glass of wine, I went out to dinner with my friend, and I don't even remember where we went, but I had one of their fancy mixed drinks, and I think I had two, and I mean they were bigger, but I mean I used to be able to drink a bottle of Henny or a bottle of Parmesan to the head of the night by myself, so I was used to having a tolerance. I drank those two, and I was so sick for 3 days I thought I was dying. I'm like, oh, must not be, I don't know what was in it. Maybe like tequila. And tequila's always giving me a little bit of a headache. But I'm like, oh, okay, I can't really drink tequila. I got to pay more attention. I'm not used to drinking anymore. My limit's this, that, or the third. Well, a month or so went by, and I went to have a glass of wine with a friend. And I got through a glass and a half of like a regular size wine glass, sick as a dog for 3 days. Just ungodly sick. So my body kind of decided that I don't drink anymore. I'm okay with it. I'm happier than I ever have been in life. Like, I never when I used to tell my clients it'll get better, it does, and it was better for me at that point than it used to be, but the feeling and the way that I exist now is kind of like the holy grail. I feel like if it gets better than this, I don't know really what to do of the way I feel. Life isn't perfect. My life's not perfect, but I'm really living that 0 point. And as much as I always knew it was real, I never knew how to implement it into an everyday, daily existing life. And I really have. And it's nice. I don't know. Oh, that's somebody walking by. If you hear that, I apologize. Oh, he's dancing. Oh, that was fun. Um, I hate saying I hear myself say it. I apologize. So there was a lot of that, and I think that just not drinking in general. I think it was just my body was really having a reaction. So that my body was blatantly having a reaction, whether or not I shouldn't have been drinking as much as I should or as often as I should. Just my physical body was having a reaction with it. So that lowered my vibration. So not having that, I think, aided, and then I started practicing what I preach, and it wasn't that I never did. It wasn't that I just make this stuff up and tell you guys. I think I am my own worst enemy, and I'm stubborn, and I would know it, but I would do it to the level that I would demand, not demand, but demand in a friendly, like, if you're going to be my client, you have to practice self-care. You keep coming to me with the same things, and it's because you're not taking care of yourself. But then I would willingly sacrifice myself knowing that I shouldn't, but not fully, but to a certain extent. So, I could justify it and say it was okay. But, I started doing better. I started being the person I wanted to be. And it just kind of snowballed. But it was a good snowball. It was a really happy, peaceful 0 point. It's nice. It's nice here. It's really nice here. And I had to pick a friend up from the hospital the other day, and we were driving back, and we were talking about, 0 point. And when it happened for me, like I said, when my reset button was hit or kicked in, I didn't do anything. The universe kind of aligned that, and I was telling her, I'm like, I wish, this is what I do. This is why I'm here, is to share my journey and to help guide you through yours from my journey. And I wish I had like this map of, well, I did this and this, and it got to hit the reset button, and now I'm here, and I don't, because for one, I can't recommend my journey, because part of the reason mine was bad decision Heather for years and chaotic and crazy is so I could get that hardcore knowledge to be able to teach you guys. Not teach like your lesson, but guide, make it so you don't have to go through it. I don't always necessarily say things the correct way, but I try. So I wish I had more of a map or a guided pathway for you to get to your 0 point. But what I can tell you is, do the best you can each day. Keep going, keep trying, and eventually the universe will align you with your point, where 0 point becomes it. And the biggest and best thing I can tell you is let go. Any expectation, anything you think you want, anything you think you desire, anything you think if you have will bring you happiness and joy, any outcome, let go. And it is there when you will find every single thing you're looking for and more than you could ever imagine that you wanted. I have more financial security than I've ever had in my life. All of my businesses are doing well. And I just felt so bad because I already have enough guilt that I feel like 2020 was so hard. I gotta move my foot's falling asleep. I already feel like 2020 was so hard on so many people. And I feel like now I'm saying this, and it was really good for me, and now I'm saying this, and it makes me feel like I'm bragging, and I never thought, I spent most of my life in darkness, never thought that I could be half of here, let alone here. And I want you to know, maybe this is the message that you need, that it does exist and that it does happen. There's a hair tickling my face. It really does. I never, even when I was in that darkness and I just wanted it to end, I just thought I would be okay. I never thought I would be good. Like, it's so bright and good. And it really does happen if they're just keep going. Just let go and just flow and keep going, and you will get there. If it could happen to me, I just thought I thought I could get it out of it being bad and dark. But I thought then it was just going to be meh. Like, I don't know how to describe it other than meh. It wouldn't hurt every day to exist, but it wouldn't be overjoyous. But it's like a deep breath, or I will do everything I can for the rest of my life to prove to every single person that they can get this feeling in this life, in this existence. Because if it happened to me, it can happen to anybody. Excuse me. This is just water in a cat cup. I've actually been really addicted to carbonated water. Not like with the sugar added, just carbonated. I looked up if you crave carbonation, it means something. I don't overtly remember what it said it meant, but I tried eating that to subside the craving. Now I just crave carbonation. So I just drank carbonated ice water. I know that was just a random bit of information, but I think I'm paranoid that now, because everywhere I went, I always used to have a drink, so now I feel like everybody thinks I'm drinking. I suppose there's still some left to heal, right? I don't know why. Nobody cared when I was drinking before. I guarantee nobody cares that I'm not. But don't give up. Keep going. Because again, I'm 30. I think I turned 35 this year. We do this all the time, right? So for 33 years of my life, I thought I could get out of the darkness, but I thought it would just be, you just got up, instead of dark, it was just gray. It was just mundane. It was just meh. I knew within me I could get there. I never, ever believed that I could get here. And I promise you, if I can, you can too. And it doesn't mean that I'm not human. It doesn't mean that I don't snap at people. Okay, like my poor mom's the brunt of my snapping. I mean, we do that with who we're close to, but I try my hardest not to. I don't really get upset anymore. I don't get frustrated. If I do, it's for a moment. I recognize everything for what it is. I hold no attachment to anything, but in the best way. Not in like a cold and disconnected way. It's healthy detachment. It's loving detachment. I want everybody to live their own journey the best way that suits them while loving and caring about them. I always tell my clients that it's very important when you're struggling to don't forget to ask for help, because that whole free will galactic codex thing that we need to ask for help. I would like to ask for help in the way to describe not only what 0 point existence feels like, but I would like help in the ability to be able to guide each and every single one of you to it. Because it's fucking awesome. But so I'm back. So I did all that over this year and renovated my house. That was my self-care. You know how they say when people when females really change, it's when they cut their hair. Well, I won't ever cut my hair. This is my baby. Other than like my cat, my hair is my baby. So I won't ever do that. I am getting gray though. Can you tell in the video? I'm getting so much gray hair. So I don't know what we're gonna do about that yet. I don't know the method to handle that. I mean, it's not really showing yet. I might add some blonde highlights. I won't ever dye my full head because it's just 4 feet of hair. That's too much to dye. So it'll eventually be all gray. Not that anybody cared about a hair update, but how did we get on the topic of my hair? Oh, so you know how they say a lot of females when they went through something and they really changed, it's when they chop off their hair and dye it or do a whole new hairstyle. Well, I won't do that, but I did. I bought my house 10 years ago this year, and I've done little upkeeps to it, obviously, the things that you have to, but I never really put a lot into it. It didn't need a lot, but I also didn't enhance it at all throughout those 10 years. And towards the end of this last year and few months, 99% of it, I renovated and remodeled my entire house myself, and I'm very happy how it came out. I still want to do some more stuff to my basement. I gotta seal my driveway and do some stuff to my sidewalk this summer, but that was my haircut and my hair dye, and my house has always been my home. I'm not big for leaving my house every day. I'm good with going out once or twice a week. I know a lot of people that love to take vacations, and I'm not opposed to them, but I always wanted the life that didn't need a vacation. So I really like to make my home my environment and my sanctuary, and it was before, and it damn sure is now. And I had a couple light fixtures changed. I didn't do that by myself because I wasn't messing with that old wiring, because I might have electrocuted myself quite frequently, I'm sure of it. And then I got this giant piece of furniture that I just simply didn't have enough hands to put together myself. So I had Dave. Dave's my maintenance guy. He deals with my apartments and me, and he's my saving grace sometimes. So he did my lights, and he did that cabinet, and everything else I did myself. From painting the countertops to my stepdad, Wayne. You guys have seen him around too. He made me a lot of custom built furniture because I needed like tables and stands and stuff. So he was a lifesaver too. I wouldn't have been able to do everything I could do without him and the custom stuff, but I spent a lot of time and energy into doing that, because at 34 years old, it's the first time and money and energy that I ever put into myself. And I did it into the most important thing to me, which is my sanctuary, my haven. So I really tried to make this last year the best. And I know it was so hard for so many people. And there's a huge part of me that feels bad saying it was so good for me. But authenticity, right? So please tell me what's new with you, what's going on with you, what was your year like, and if it wasn't positive, tell me how I can help. Tell me what I can do. And I'm back, and I'm here to help you. And we will get you to good and positive one way or another. So, I love you guys. I will be seeing you. Don't hesitate. Send me a message. Write a comment. But I'll see you next time. I love you so very much.